Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank y'all so much for stopping by the live stream again. I really appreciate it, man. Shout out to the NTZ crew. That's Jacob Tanjay. On my fourth quarter, man, with a Jeffrey Taylor. He said, let me be the first to admit, yes, I made a few mistakes here in the Philippines. May those of you that have been here that have not, please remain standing. Yeah, I think we've all made a few mistakes. What's up, Roger? Blizzard, I knew you were traveling, man. You had that fresh cut on your live stream. What's up, Ray? There it is. What time's you travel? Hey, Sharon. Alan. I appreciate that. Richie Rich and all you guys, man. I mean that. All my old heads. I saw Doubtful Genius on here. What's up, man? Yeah. Any new viewers that subscribe will join us today. Anybody catching this on replay? The peso 61, man. It gained on the dollar. I think it's because of this whole up and down war that's going on. You know, remember on Sunday, somewhere around Saturday, Sunday, Trump will announce a damn deal, an impending deal. Guys, this is crazy, man. I've never seen anything like this before. I mean, really. I've never seen anything like this, and we're supposed to fall for it every time. Saturday night, Sunday morning, all impending deal, a quick deal before the markets open on Monday, man. Lying. Iran already said we ain't talking to that fool. What's up, W Secrets? Yeah, the answer will. What's up, Enzo? Okay, there's Beach of Life. But we always have a topic. Today's topic is the Male Enhancement Lie. Now, it was R.I.P. May he rest in the pussy. And we're going to talk about that. Shout out to Rashard. Because that was the comment he made under that video I made yesterday about we've lost another one to the pussy. And he put R.I.P. May he rest in the pussy. I said, wow, that would be a good title for my live stream because we're going to talk about it. I'm going to shame you guys into doing the right thing, into changing, man. Because I don't know what's going on, to be honest with you. Is there something in our makeup, that causes us to act in the way that we do over here, man? As far as, throwing our money away and, putting these women on a pedestal and just acting a complete donkey. In light of all the evidence that's out here, guys. We're doing some stupid shit, man. I'm sorry. I'm pushing back. Y'all can get mad if you want to. This shit's got to stop, man. Yeah. He said the Czech King has arrived. Yeah, he said, salute, brother Cal. Yeah, I saw you. I think you were in Miami, right? Because I knew wherever you are, when you're traveling, you got a fresh cut. Yeah, but we put the interest, man, of these women, man, ahead of our own. I'm going to shame y'all today. Just maybe to make you hesitate and say, hold on. What am I doing? This is going against the Sunshine Shoulders playbook. Let me tell y'all something. Building a house, remember the video I was talking about yesterday? And the guy's on here now. So this message is for him too. Building a house is just the goddamn beginning. Now comes the electric bill, the water bill, the food, the maintenance of the house. You gotta do all that shit. How you gonna do that overseas? And you taking care of your own bills and your own life over there. We done lost it, guys. Take it from somebody who knows. But I live here. I live in the house. My daughter's here. Okay? You guys are doing it. You have no skins in the game at all. Like, it's embarrassing to me because I've been on here preaching, man, for 6 years. And the guys closest to me are the ones fucking up and making these stupid ass mistakes. Building that damn house is just the beginning. You still got to take care of the girl. She don't work. She ain't working. So whatever money you were giving her every month, you got to do that on top of building a house. We can't own shit over here. Come on, man. Come on, guys. I'm ashamed, y'all. Okay? But let me say this before I really get started and really go in on y'all. I'm no match for this multi-billion-dollar machine over here in the Philippines. It was already operating on 12 cylinders before I ever even thought about coming to the Philippines. My microphone isn't big enough to box with God because this is God over here, man. Okay, I'm sorry. Pussy is God to many of you guys over here. It's your God. And my arms are too short to box with God. But we done gone crazy, man. Rest in peace. R.I.P. Man, you rest in the pussy because you're dead now. You're no good to nobody, man. You're not even good to yourself when you do that. When you get pussy whipped. Because being pussy whipped over here takes on a whole different level, guys. It goes to a whole different level. It has a whole new meaning. You're finished, man. Because everything you do is for the pussy. Get mad if you want to. I don't give a damn. He said you can lead them to water, but you can't make them drink. Yeah, but this is ignorance right here. This is stupidity. And we keep on doing it over and over and over and over. We don't owe anybody anything but ourselves. Let me tell you something right here. I can stop the live stream right now after I say this. Raising her standard of living is enough. You dumbasses. Okay? Raising her out of the mud is enough. Okay, making sure she got 3 meals a day, clean clothes, and all of that is enough, guys. We going overboard. Bringing that old American thinking over here. You're not in America. Remember I tell you guys all the time that we do more for her than she would even know to ask you to do. They won't even ask you to do the shit we're doing. Building these extravagant ass houses and shit. But RIP, make you rest in the pussy because it's going to kill all your ambition. All your hopes and dreams because you putting them all on her. We're building these big ass houses for women who can't maintain them. You know, the video I made yesterday is so ridiculous, man. I couldn't believe it, man. Like, I'm an expat. I live here. But when you're a tourist and you're doing this shit, you know what I'm saying? You don't live here. You live somewhere else. You may make it here once or twice a year. Guys, there's no pussy on this planet worth that. I don't care how sympathetic we are to women over here and all that. There's no way we should be doing this kind of stuff. It's too late in the game. But we've already proven that there's no limits to what we'll do for pussy. No amount of money is too large. No sacrifice too great. Dealing with you guys, man, is like dealing with a drug addict in denial. Everybody knows you're a damn drug addict and an alcoholic with you. And then you make these solemn promises over and over to yourself. I'm not going to do it again. One more attempt, one more failure. Are we that bad off over here, guys? I mean, is it that damn bad? At this point, I got to take the side of the jackhammer crew. I got to say, I got to jack out, man, before I'm going to give a woman my hard-earned money like that. We're just giving it away like that. This is the reason why we treat it the way we are. We got to stand together, guys. We got to come together. The government says wait 10 years before you can apply for this man's Social Security. We giving them everything in the kitchen sink, man, the minute they give you a blowjob. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. This shit's retarded. That's all I'm saying. But no. He said, give it up, Cal. Who did it? I'm not going to do that. If he wants to do it, if he wants to do that, he can. I won't do it. His anonymity is safe with me. But my feelings is hurt for real. I mean, I give everybody the benefit of doubt, man, until they show me different, man. I'm like, there's no way, man, that should be happening, man. You're not married to the woman. You don't have children. You don't live here. You just met her. You only been with her. How many trips did you made? 4 or 5 trips in the 2 years or whatever? What enticed you to do that? That pussy ain't that damn good and you ain't that damn desperate. Damn. Crazy. We'll do shit over here that we won't, I don't do at home. A guy read my mind yesterday. He put that in the comments. He said, motherfuckers is over there doing shit that they wouldn't even do at home or they don't do at home. Okay? It never even crosses our mind to do it. We come over here and some woman spreads her legs and we just go crazy. Sick, man. We sick, guys. I'm glad Richie Rich is on here because the word for the day is boundaries. We got to set some goddamn boundaries. I'm a coach today. I'm not preaching today. I'm coaching today. Set some goddamn boundaries. You got to put a limit on this shit. Ain't no anything goes. We don't owe anybody anything no more than raising her standard of living. That's a big deal right there. Now take her out of the province. Take her out of the squatter area. Okay? But you guys, man, we're going overboard. We're going overboard. We lost another one to the pussy. Filipinos 1,000, Sunshine Shows 0. They run the score up on me. R.I.P. may rest in the pussy, because he's finished. And anybody that does stuff like that is finished. Okay? It can get really expensive fast over here. But we go overboard, guys. We give these women stuff that they don't even think to ask you for it. Imagine a woman who does not have a job, who probably hasn't had a job in years, who's probably living in a plywood box with a metal roof, and I'm not putting anybody down, I'm just giving you facts. Do you think she would ask for a 3 million peso home from you after just meeting you? Do you think they would do that? She don't even think her pussy's worth that much. But we do, because we bring in that old Western thinking over here. It's bad, man. It's worse than I thought. Taking care of someone, building a house, and at the same time, paying your own damn bills. He's in the Hall of Fame, guys. I'm sorry. He's on my wall of shame. He's not in the Hall of Fame. Okay, I'm sorry. That's crazy, man. No. They're buying the pussy. Ain't no putting on no layaway. They buying the pussy. There ain't no layaway that damn expensive, Frank. Richie Rich said we just did a whole live stream on this very topic on Saturday. How stupid is some men to keep doing the same shit even after every challenge telling them not to do it? I don't know. If you watch my video yesterday, you'll see that they're hearing us, but they're not listening. They're saying the information doesn't apply to me. I'm different. My situation is different. The woman's different. Man, we're going crazy, guys. And then we wonder, then you're going to say, oh, yeah, it's always the other guy. No, it's us. We fucked up the game, man. We've muddied the waters over here. How many times have I told y'all years and years ago that we raised the stakes over here? We think more of them than they think of themselves. Man, I was so shocked, man. I tell you, I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep, man. I felt I let the man down because I'm like, damn, dude, if you're not listening, ain't none of these cocksuckers listening to me for real. They think I'm a joke. They think I'm just over here for entertainment. This shit is real over here. You lose all your goddamn savings over here fooling with these women over here. And I'm not blaming the women, I'm blaming y'all. You lose every goddamn thing you working for on the job. I'm gonna go in there and put up with that bullshit ass boss, meddling ass co-workers, and then give it all away to somebody that don't even deserve it. They ain't even earned it. Didn't even ask you for it. Motherfuckers is putting a price on pussy, man. Y'all putting pussy. It's just all crazy, guys. I'm sorry, man. He said, yeah, Cal, you're so right. And keep telling those guys that. And they're not listening. They're not listening, man. That's the answer. He gave me the answer I was looking for. I'm like, why does it keep happening over and over and over? That's basically like a brother to me, man. And I'm like, dude, why are you doing this? I don't know. He said, Sunshine Show, is the auto scratchy or are you losing your voice? I don't know, man. I get excited about this stuff, man. I get excited about this shit, man. It's got to stop. It's ridiculous. I mean, you can't make this shit up, man. You can't make it up, guys. I'm not just talking about him. But his situation is scratching my man. I'm talking about everybody that comes over here and does it. Stop, man. Don't do it to yourself. That's your money for you to enjoy. We don't owe people anything but respect. Okay, number one, we're not going to mistreat anybody. But we've thrown self-preservation out the window. I'm trying to think to myself, you must be rich, dude. If you think you're going to build a house, pay all the bills, take care of the woman, and take care of yourself, I'm not going to do it. I'm sorry. I live here right now. I'm telling you from experience, it can get expensive. But hell, this is my life. Maryland's not over somewhere else and I'm doing that on top of taking care of my own self. Y'all crazy, man. No pussy in the world birthed that, guys. I'm sorry. Y'all done lost it, man. Y'all done lost it. I don't give a damn how much sympathy you got for somebody. It's not your responsibility to do that. He said, I think guys do it because they're in absolute shock and disbelief that it's true, that you can actually get a young, beautiful woman. Hell, I was telling myself, but it ain't enough to make you go crazy. You done seen a pussy before. They all look the same. They bleed once a month. Okay? I wouldn't give a shit. You're still a damn fool. That 6,450 is yours, Jonathan. Okay? We don't even think it all the way through, guys. We don't think it all the way through. You're just throwing your money away. They can't maintain these big ass houses we're building. Okay, I put the guest house over there. If somewhere to happen to me, Merlin can rent that out and pay, the electric bill and all that. Booby's gonna get, what, 50,000 a month, more than that by the time she gets to 18. Hell, Booby will be up to 100,000 a month. Okay, I put them in a position to succeed. But this is my blood, this is my blood. Not a damn stranger. He said, "Preach, brother, what the fuck? Pussy makes these men do all the dumbest shit they would never do. The same shit for a woman at home." That's what the guy put in there. He put that in the comments. He said these mofos is doing shit over there that they won't do at home. They don't do it at home. It wouldn't even cross their mind to do it. And I'm thinking, what is it about these women over here? I'm no match for them, obviously. I'm no match for these women over here. Okay? My arms are too short to box, to fight. What do they say? My arms are too short to box with God. My arms are too short to box with the pussy guy. My microphone ain't big enough. He said grown men going to do what they want, but when good people see a robbery in progress, they should try to stop it. Yeah, at least alert someone. That's all I'm saying. This is what I was saying, but he was already almost $1 million pesos in before he told me. Because he knew I was going to blow. Okay? He was embarrassed. Guys, the reason I tell these stories, maybe somebody out there won't do it. I thought I could save him. What, man, you guys, y'all self-esteem is too damn low, man. Raise your goddamn self-esteem and your self-worth. You got, if you don't believe me, that you have the royal flush, then I don't know, I can't help you. No, I ain't going crazy for the right, none of them. I'm not going to put myself in a position where I can't take care of myself. This is guys like you who justify the shit. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. I done got fired up, man, because I feel like I let the man down. Maybe what I'm saying ain't carrying enough depth and weight. Maybe y'all think I don't know what I'm talking about. I've done all the stupid shit for you because I didn't know any better. There was no sunshine shoulders on here. Okay? They're taking the script and they're beating you guys upside the head with it. There was nobody who warned me about the script. I'm warning you guys, there's a script. Okay? Fuck, man. Yeah, man, yeah. Thank you. To get the lotion cheaper. He said chatting with the pushy different. Say this, man. I said this on the video. When it's real and in your face. But this is temporary insanity. I give people the benefit of the doubt till they prove me different. I'm like, man, what is going on? What's really going on here with this situation? I'm used to getting the stories from people like him. Motherfuckers buying trucks over here. Some guy bought a 2 million peso truck for a woman who don't even got a house over here. She's a yummy 1.3 on her best day. A big Shirley over here, he spent 2 million pesos. I've got the video. I can prove it. She's driving around, honey, look at me, I'm driving through the province on them potholes and big bumps and shit with a 2 million peso car. And she's talking on the phone driving. Y'all are stupid to do shit like that because you don't even try to understand the culture over here. Y'all doing more harm than you doing good bringing that old Western thinking over here. You don't even give yourself time to get acclimated. To find out, what's it really like, or what it really takes to take care of a woman over here. These guys, stupid. They do the stupidest shit, man. Some guy came over here and married a 60-year-old woman. Pussy dried up, sold up, beat up. This is the kind of shit that, you know, you hear about other people doing. You know, and it breaks my heart to say all of these are brothers, man. But of course, because I'm a brother, I'm going to get all the brother stories. So I'm not picking on the brothers. We're no different than anybody else for real. It's less of us getting cheated because it's less of us over here. But all the stories I've got are brother stories. Sending 20 million over here to 20 million pesos he sent to a Filipino without ever seeing her, touching her, smelling her. One guy sent 12,500,000 pesos over here, only for the woman to mismanage it. His whole life savings, guys. He sold everything in America against his family's wishes. These are black men. But I get the black stories. I'm not picking on black men, but I'm saying, guys, we smarter than that. We tougher than that. We come from nothing. Y'all gonna get it today, man, before I go into what we really want to talk about, because I'm sick of this shit, man. We done made all the mistakes. Okay? Ain't no moving on. Ain't no moving on, Sharon. I'm sorry. He's not even a fourth of the way in yet, Sharon. Ain't no moving on. He won't buy a bicycle by the time I get done with him. Because he deserves better. We all deserve better. This is my retirement. How many videos I gotta make? This is my party. I'm in charge of the budget. You guys are crazy, man. But good morning. Good evening, Sharon. I think some guy said it yesterday. He said, well, no brain, no headache. You know, here's what I'm telling you guys. Listen. The less I know, the better off I am. Don't tell me this stuff, man. It makes my head hurt. I care too much, man. If you out there, you fucking up your money for some pussy or dick or whatever it is, don't tell me you doing it. Don't tell me. Just keep fucking it up. Just keep fucking up. Don't tell me about it. Because the less I know, the better off I am. Absolutely. But there's more to this story that I wouldn't even begin to tell you, guys. This is what baffles me. Like, man, you gotta, what snapped in your man? Something snapped, guys, in this man. To make him go through, do all that stuff, man. The images I got in my man of other shit, man, it's making me think like, dude, stop right now. Because some man said, hey, just tell him to stop right now and walk away, which is what he should do. I would, man. Just stop right now. Evidently not. But this is bad. This is bad. Some of the worst stories I ever heard of men fucking up their money on women are over here in the Philippines. Nothing even comes close, guys. This is a multi-billion-dollar machine over here. We can talk about it all we want. We can shame guys all we want. We're not going to stop this train. This thing is roaring down the track. And if you stand in front of it, it's going to run you over. I'm trying to tell you guys, hey, Michael Beach in life, there's a train coming, man. Get off the tracks. And if you stand there and get run over, man, then guess what? It's your fault. God can't stop these guys. They got a pussy god over here. R.I.P. Man, he rests in the pussy because he finished. He's no good to nobody, man. Not even himself. This woman done whipped him some kind of way to make him do what he's done. You can't give me no excuses about you doing it. You know, we're 4 or 5 years away from retiring. You live in a whole different country. You're not even an expat. You're a real life tourist, and you building a 3 million peso house. I just like to do this, man. He said, I don't waste my mental energy worrying about what other men do. It would drive you crazy, and they will continue to do what they do. Yeah, but you don't have a YouTube channel. It's not going to drive me crazy. But I need to talk about it because since you don't care, Jabras, and I get you, man. You're doing the right thing. It's going to keep happening. It may be happening to you. We'll never see. Remember, I talked about men lie. See, we lie. We'll make you think that I'm doing all the right things. I got it all together. I'm not pussy whipped. You know, I'm only sending her, 5,000 a month, you'll say. Or some guys get on here, I only just give her enough for a load. They talking to a dummy. Okay? When a lot of guys over here are losing everything they got. You don't think this shit's serious? Okay, look this up. The United States went over there in 2025 and got that guy from Ghana. He was part of $100 million love scam. When they got him, he had $515,000 worth of jewelry on. He beat 4 women out of over $1 million. This shit is serious, man. It's too much information out there. We should have our antennas up at all times. Don't even let them come down. Leave them up while you sleep. They're coming for your money, man. These women don't want nothing to do with us over here for real. It's all about the money, guys. Okay, if you hang around long enough where you can feel like, okay, I got my money's worth, that's the best you really can do. But the only way to beat this game over here is don't play it. Okay? But you guys are going to play it. So I just try to give you some insight and say, look, man, have some boundaries. Have some limits. We don't have any limits. I wrote down here, we've proven that. There's no limits to what we'll do for pussy over here. Now, I can't talk about Thailand. I can't talk about Vietnam and Cambodia. Talking about the Philippines. You guys have already proven there's no limit. There's no amount of money too great. Okay, there's no sacrifice too extreme that you're gonna make for that bleeding pussy, man. Y'all crazy. Single mother, I didn't tell y'all that. Single mother, get out of here. Well, no, we're just having a conversation, dude. Okay? That's all. You're not gonna trigger me today. Because you're probably one of them losers on the couch. Otherwise, what's the point? You one of them losers on the couch. One of them immature losers on the couch. They ain't gonna bust a grape. They ain't gonna thread a needle. We trying to help each other. He said everybody should be real fucking angry listening to this. Thank you, Adam. He said you have to keep a clear mind and remember that your perceived value doesn't reside in her perception of your future earnings. You know, I'm just saying, think about what's going on with some of these men and what they're doing. They're throwing self-preservation out of the window. There's no way that I'm going to put myself behind the 8-ball for someone other than my blood. Okay? Certainly, That's a stranger, basically, that I've only seen the woman 4 or 5 times. I don't live here in the Philippines. I'm a tourist. Okay? We don't have any children together. We're not married. What would make you do that? I'm asking y'all. Tell me. Because I don't know. But Richard said, R.I.P. May he rest in the pussy. The pussy got him. The pussy killed him. Yeah, I'm going to go. I'm going to bend over backwards, man. For my blood. I'm not going to go out on a limb for a stranger, man. Man, we giving these women too much credit. More credit than they give themselves. Just act like it's a normal relationship. Can we at least do that? Nobody loves good pussy more than me. But I'm going to lose my mind over it, man. I'm in the 4th quarter. I'm sorry. I'm in the 4th quarter. I have to remind Merlin all the time, look, I'm 63. Okay, don't waste my time. Stop. Okay? Remember, yeah, I'm a senior citizen. I ain't got time for the bullshit. No, just, if you only knew who this was who did this, man, he never should have told me. I don't know why he told me this, man. It's got me fucked up, man. I can't believe it. I mean, I've been fooled all this time, evidently. It is. It's very affordable. He said, what did she do to deserve part of that money you earn? Yeah. He talking about, yeah, you can do it if you got $64.50 of your money. He said, is she investing in the relationship? Most men here are only asking for pussy, only in exchange for all that men will give. Yeah. Listen, for what you're getting in return, raising her standard of living really is enough, man. Now, if you're going to live here and you're going to say, okay, this is my living partner, then come on with me. Let's live the best life we can possibly live. Okay, and ride off into the sunset. But for you to live in a whole different country from the woman, you ain't even know, there's no set. I mean, you're not coming over here anytime soon to live. I don't get it. I can't understand it, guys. I'm sorry. I can't understand it. I can't understand it. Y'all don't want to talk about it because you know you're going to end up doing it. Anybody pushing back on this conversation is going to end up doing it. You don't understand, guys. It's a script over here. I'm the only one that told you about the script. I figured it out. After about coming over here about 4 or 5 times, I'm sitting at home in my computer and I'm like, every woman that I've ever met over here, it's all the same, plays out the same way. We start chatting online. I come over here to see her. I have the greatest 2, 3, 4 weeks of my life. We become a relationship. I go back. And now I'm sending money. Every last one of them is the same. I said, this is a script. I said, okay, let me try this. Let me do it again. And again and again and again. And it's the same damn thing. It's the same thing you're doing. It's the same damn thing you're doing. Yeah, we're the problem. This is a man's channel. 93% of my viewers are men. But we lie. We don't want any help. That's what the guy said, Cal, you can't help grown men. He said, you wasting your time. You trying to help grown men. And I was thinking, dude, I can do it. But I'm not superhuman. I can't do it. This is the worst demographic to try to help. 45 and over, which is the majority of my viewers. You're not listening. It's just like Juice said. Yeah, grown men are going to do what grown men are going to do. But hell, if I see a robbery in progress of one of my friends or relatives, I'm going to try to step in and help. Hell, you guys will pull out the pistol and run me off. You complicit in your own damn robbery. You wasting all that time on the airplane. If all you're going to do is come over here and lay down and give the woman all your money, just go ahead and send her all your damn life savings and don't even come over here. At least you'll still be working. You can recoup some of that money. Oh, they've already folded. They've already folded. Yeah, the shit is crazy, man. It's 2026. It's like I've been out here for 6 years. I mean, it really knocked me down, man, when he messaged me that. I couldn't believe. I still can't believe it. I'm like, dude, I gave you much more credit than that. But yeah, let's go to this. Let's go to this. But remember, this is y'all live stream. We'll talk about anything we want to talk about. He said, people dying for puss. Men are literally dying to please women. This was my other video. Okay, we're literally dying to please women with these old male supplements and male enhancements. Okay? First of all, let me start by saying this because I hope y'all read that link that I put in the description. Okay? But we're literally dying to please women who could care less. They could care less. Okay? If they really want to get beat down and have their damn ovaries rearranged, they can go out and get a damn cucumber and put a damn rubber on it, a damn rubber dick. You taking all this foolishness, you don't know what's in it. You taking gas station supplements. You don't know what's in this shit, man. Trying to stay hard, trying to get hard. Crazy, man. But I'm going to start out by saying this. There are no FDA-approved pills for physical size enhancement or general male enhancement. Now remember, male enhancement drugs and drugs for ED are different. They do have 4 FDA-approved prescription medications for ED. Of course, Viagra, which is sildenafil, tadalafil is Cialis, vardenafil, which is Levitra, and then Stendra is Avanafil. And that shit can be dangerous when you overuse it. You can OD off this shit, and some of you guys do. Some guy made a great point. He said the more you take this stuff, the more you're going to need for it to help you next time. Because it poses a dangerous drop in your blood pressure. But y'all don't care. All y'all trying to do is impress some woman, man. Sexual stamina is all the rage, man. We value that more than taking care of our kids and paying the bills. This is what we want to be known for. Okay? But here's the type of shit y'all, it's crazy because when I made the video, because the algorithm's a beast, man. It knows my channel, obviously. But it says, here's some of the ridiculous claims they make. And we eat it up. We literally eat this stuff up, man. Sales are out the roof. Some of you guys are taking this shit and don't even need to take it. You're trying to impress a woman. She don't care. How much money you got? Over here, they don't care. Okay, but it says increase your penis size. That's a lie. Help you last long in bed. Strengthen your sex drive. Increase sexual satisfaction. Stimulate healthy blood flow. Promote strong erections. And they can claim all this stuff because it's unregulated. They don't even have to prove it. He said, Cal, do you know what? He said, you do know what you're talking about. You don't know how deep his pockets are. I got an idea. Okay, like I said, guys, y'all don't understand. There's more to this story than I would even reveal. I didn't even talk about the other part of the story. This shit is crazy, man. When he told me this, okay, I'm sorry, but we gotta be smarter, guys. We gotta be smarter. Yeah, this is basically what I'm saying. We go way overboard. I could see if you're living here and you say, okay, I'm going to be living here for the rest of my life. So I'm going to build me a house. You know, I'm not going to go crazy, but I'm going to build a house somewhere I can stay. I don't have to pay rent. Okay, I can keep my expenses down, but I'm going to be living in the house. Yeah, he's not even going to be living in the house. And I'm like, dude, you probably should have spent half of that on this house. Now here comes the flood of all the parents, the daughter, the niece, and everybody else. It's going to be in that damn house, dude, okay? I'm sorry to tell you that. But you still got to pay the electric bill, the water bill, buy all the food for those people in there, and give her money to fuck up. We don't think it all the way through. You're better off raising her standard of living, breaking off a few thousand pesos every month and leave it at that. That's good enough in the beginning until the shit works itself out. And you say, okay, I know who I'm with. This is his first Filipino girlfriend. It's going to blow up on him, guys. He just don't know it. You guys are in denial. You're like a bunch of drug addicts. Everybody can see you fucking your life up with you. Then you make these promises, oh, I'm not going to do it again. And then you do it again, you go right back out and get drunk and spend all your money. We're doing the same thing over here. But yeah, this is the ridiculous stuff that we're doing. You know, because our self-esteem is low. Our self-esteem is low, guys. They're telling us we're not enough. The women are telling us we're not enough. The media is telling us we're not enough. Social media is telling you not enough. Damn it, look in the mirror and say I'm enough. Fuck what everybody else is saying. They're saying, look, we're going to give you, you need this, dude, to satisfy your woman. Taking that shit ain't going to make her give you the pussy. If she's only giving it to you once a month, taking that ain't going to make her give it to you 10 times a month. You're going to be walking around with a hard dick, beating yourself off. You know, that's what a lot of guys are doing. I would say about 10% of the people who are buying this Viagra and Cialis and stuff are taking it just to beat off. Hey, Adam, thanks for that super chat. Adam Taj. He said, I agree, the total truth. You're sharing details with her out of trust and intimacy. Then she turns it around and uses it for you to make moves that she can't pay for. It's a script. I can't bargain with what you don't have. It is a script. I remember a long time ago, Merlin told me what the whole purpose of them meeting a foreigner. In order for the Filipino to win, we have to make them fall in love or lust. So what's their weapon? It's the pussy. They're going to pussy whip you. They're going to know you're not getting it. Why else would you travel all these miles and go through all the shit you got to go through? And she's looking at herself every day. She don't even think she's beautiful. They're really dumbfounded. Like, I can really do this to men? I really have this power over these men? Yeah. I'm starting to think it's something in our makeup, certainly as Americans, that causes us to do this over and over and over. No, your situation is different though, Thomas. He said, shit, I ain't walking away from the house. It took me 3 years to build. He just started. Okay, he doesn't live here, remember? You live here. He doesn't live here. And you're building that house to live in. He said, if I didn't think my girl was the one for me, I wouldn't have built anything. Yeah, but y'all got to understand, man. We got to stop justifying this stuff. If I'm not married, if I don't have children by the woman, why in the world am I building a house? I can't own it. I can never own it. I don't care if it's on her land, I'm building it. You know, but at least you're going to get more out of living in that house than he is. He doesn't live here. He's not an expat. Y'all not hearing that part. He's a tourist. He's living somewhere else. Come on, man. He said there's no increase in your penis size unless you get surgery. Well, they got a bunch of old other bullshit. What they got over here? A penis sleeve. Who's around? You're not crazy to do that shit, man. Okay, you got what you got. Use it. Okay? And then what? A vacuum pump. A penis enlargement surgery. Ain't none of this shit guaranteed. It's dangerous. And it's not FDA approved. He said the jive. Well, you know what he's really saying. You know what he's saying. You know. You thinking that an apartment ain't good enough until I can retire? Okay, or even why spend 3-4 million on a home when you look at their situation, you say, well, I can spend 500,000. What is, and then with the option of improving and enlarging the house and adding on to the house once the time is right. The time is not right now for him to do all that. We coming out the gate like that. Like Richie Rich was asking the guy about his money. What has the woman done to deserve part of your money? What has this woman done to deserve a big house like that? Nothing. Nothing. That's our low self-esteem. That's our low self-esteem. Well, this is what I'm saying. I want to try to shame you guys into changing. Some of you guys are going to, but at the same time, big love, I'm saying, if you fucking up out there real bad, if you got a disaster brewing like this guy's got a disaster brewing, don't tell me. The less I know, the better off I am. Because he knows I'm going to talk about. That's why he didn't tell me. He's already almost $1 million pesos in. He's done everything wrong that I talk about on this channel. He does not have an engineer. He told me he's got an engineer. You ain't got no engineer if they giving your girl a list of supplies every day. That's the engineer's job. That's what he's supposed to do. The engineer, if you got a real engineer over here in the Philippines, you just give him the money. He's going to hire the crew. He's going to buy the supplies. He's going to do all of that. All you do is kick back and make sure he's doing what he's supposed to do. Okay, he's building on literally a tourist visa. Man, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. He said, but he's about to learn that there's a fix for stupid. And it's going to hurt, yeah. But we'll justify any damn thing. Oh, I really love her. You can love somebody, man, without being a damn fool, man. I'm hot about this. I'm sorry. Okay? Well, nobody really knows. Nobody really knows what they got. But he's living here. Thomas is living here. He's building that house not for his girl. He's building that house for him. He gotta have somewhere to stay. You think he's gonna build the house, young fresh global, young fresh global travel, and still stay in the apartment he's staying in and let her? He know he's smart enough to know he can't own shit over here. But he's building that house for him to live in. Okay? I'm not gonna build a house where I can't live in it. Look, building the house is just the beginning, guys. That's just the beginning. What happens when the roof needs fixing? When the house needs painting? When it starts, remember I had all the cracks fixed that were around my house. You doing that. Then you got 2 pesos to rub against. Okay, when you want to put tile on the damn sidewalk out there, artificial grass, you want to build a carport, it's just the beginning. And guess what? You still got to pay the electric bill, the water bill, the food bill, and give her money to fuck up. Y'all kids are crazy. And you living somewhere on the other side of the damn planet. But we'll sit back and laugh at other guys. Oh, he sent 12 million over here. Yeah, you're going to be out of more than that. I tried to console the guy. I said, look, man, you probably got about 5 million pesos more before you can catch me. But at the pace he's going to catch me and zoom past me. Because even when he, look, plus, he's not over here to watch the house getting built. I mean, here's a guy who's basically been like a brother to me, man, right beside me from day one. And everything that I suggest you do, if you're talking about building a house, he did not do. He put all the trust in this woman that he doesn't even know, who doesn't have a job. Remember, guys, I told y'all, don't take financial advice from broke people. But when you're dealing with the pussy guy, see, when you thoroughly whip, it all makes sense. It all makes sense. Yeah, he says, yeah, my brother, I know you're a rational thinker, but sometimes a woman can change out of nowhere. And they do. We act like these are the first relationships we've had. The average American's had 11 relationships. But we think there's something different over here. There's something different that's going to happen over here. The women are different over here. They may be different. You're not different. You're part of the problem. You were part of the problem over there. You're going to be part of the problem over here. But I can at least give it to him that he's here. He's going to live in the house. He's not going to fly over here once or twice a year. Okay, we're putting too much trust in these women, guys. There's no way I'm going to put 3 million pesos in a woman's hand and I'm going to be on the other side of the planet somewhere. I know how they act over here. Look, okay, Merlin's brother does all the work on our house. And I have to say, hey, Merlin, go out there and ask him, does he want to advance? I got to talk to him. Merlin went out and got the engineer, but she was afraid to talk to him. I'm like, he works for us. Look, man, here's what I got. Can you work with this? Okay. The man who sent the 12,500,000 over here to his Filipino woman, she fucked it up because she doesn't have the experience with that kind of money. Okay, she's not going to hold people accountable, man. That's the one thing over here, guys, you're going to learn. People do not like to be held accountable over here. Okay, so they're not going to hold anybody accountable. Nobody's being held accountable over here. That's why the shit keeps going on and on. These women keep taking our money. Keep scamming us. Imagine if the government stepped up and said, look, we're going to start locking up some of you women. Okay, the ones who, we're going to do more than have you pay him his money back. Just like they sent that man in Ghana. We went and got his ass and brought him to America and sent him to prison. We held his ass accountable. I bet he'll think twice before he starts scamming people again after that 7 years Took that $10 million and all the jewelry. The guy had all kind of fancy cars. This is how much money is in this loneliness, man. This is a loneliness game. People have seen it from a mile away, man. But y'all don't even want any help. It's money in this love game, guys. And there's women over here, man. Listen, I've seen it with my own eyes. There's women over here are with multimillionaires, man, who are homeless when they met them. It don't get any better than that. Y'all think I don't know what I'm talking about, guys, but this is a multi-billion-dollar machine. I'm no match for it. I don't care how much I scream and holler on these live streams and get all excited. It's not going to do anything, man. It's not going to do anything. Y'all still going to go out there. The minute the woman pulls her underwear down, you're going to lose your man. You're still going to do it. Okay? Now, you ain't going to put it in this kid's name. You ain't going to put nothing in your kid's name. There are minors over here. See, this is our American thinking. He said, if you got a kid, nope. You guys don't know what you're talking about, man. What you're doing is you're trying to give law advice over here in the Philippines without a law license. Don't you realize that Booby is getting ready to get her Social Security? She's a minor. So she's got to have Maryland to set up the account for her. So if she's got to do that over here for a bank account, what do you think she's going to do for a piece of land or a house? Come on, guys. Okay? What you do is, if you got a child over here by a woman, you got to just trust the woman enough, hey, look, it's going to take care of my child. Okay? I'd rather err on the side of caution with my daughter than some strange woman that I don't know. I'd rather, throw caution to the wind when I'm dealing with my daughter than I would with some stranger out there. He said, how does interviewing a man that married a 60-something add up when the majority of the audience want young women? You be doing crazy shit out there because tolerates you, Q. LL, you tripping. Now, if the man came over here, he was 63 and married a 60-year-old woman. That's his, prerogative. But I'm saying, this is the kind of crazy stuff. You could have married a 60-year-old woman in America. It's going to be the same damn thing. Pussy going to be dried up, sold up, beat up. He said, what the fuck? A tourist buying houses on the other side? Yeah. That's the power of the pussy. That's why Richard said, R.I.P. May he rest in the pussy, because he's done. And all the men who act like that are done. They're no good to anybody but the pussy. Everything they do is for the pussy, man. They're finished. Pussy whip takes on a whole different meaning over here, man. We become superhuman just from the smell of it. Guys are losing their mind. These are grown-ass men, like Jude said. Like they never seen a pussy before. Nobody loves good pussy more than me. I'm going to lose my mind for it. I'm not going to go bankrupt for it. Okay? Because I know something. If you've been listening to me, I'll tell you. Okay, listen. I'm going to tell you again. When you're talking to that woman on the dating site, you're chatting with her, she knows in her mind that only one, maybe two men are going to make that long, treacherous trip over here. That they have the money, that's going to be able to do the things for her that she wants the man to do. It's only one or two, guys, that's going to do that. Now, you flip that over to you, the man, who has the money, who's going to make that trip over here, who's got enough to do for her what she wants you to do for her. That's 10,000. I'm going to say 50,000. I've been conservative, saying 10,000. I'm going to say it's 25,000 of them that you can choose from. You're already over here. That's just, I didn't make this up. I didn't create the game. But the only way you're going to beat this game is don't play it. But at least listen to somebody who's played it before and retired. Some of the best coaches are retired players. Some of them, not all. They've been around the game. You don't just go into the Ford Motor Company and hire somebody to coach the Los Angeles Lakers or the LA Rams. You get somebody familiar with the game who's been around it. He said, hey, Cal, how do you have the house situation set up in your daughter's name and her mom? He said, I do. You have always involved. Did you lease the land? No. Listen, I'm going to tell y'all again. When I built this house, there was no, first of all, I had boundaries. I had limits. I built it for my daughter. Okay? There was no ever any, I didn't build this house to own it. You understand what I'm saying? Because I could be gone at any time. But over here, it's very important that children have a home, a loving home, somewhere they can come and eat, watch television, get on the internet and stuff like that. Okay? This is where you have to know the woman you're dealing with. It's not about, I know Merle. Merle's the same woman whether the Booby's going to be here or not. But I didn't build a house until after Booby was born. Okay, we just stayed in those apartments over there for 8,500 pesos a month. That's how much I was paying. Why would I build a house? I can't own it. I have no skins in the game. It doesn't make sense. I don't owe her that. I did my part of the unspoken agreement. I raised her standard of living. I gave her a new lifestyle, a new life. She don't have to work. Everything's paid for. So why would I go even the extra length like that and build a house unless I'm simping? See, that's putting the needs of somebody else over yours, guys. We're building houses that we don't have to build. We're spending more money than we have to spend. This is like you said, this is a Jollibee economy. You guys are crazy, man. Thank you. Listen to this. Listen to this. Here's what this guy says. And I've been coming here since 2009. He's been coming here since 2006. He said, this story hasn't changed at all. Men are giving it all away for what? This is what we're trying to figure out. Hey, what's up, Brock? He's a good guy, man. He's funny, too. He came to my meet and greet in Louisville. He's from New Orleans. No, I don't. I never had any intention, guys, of owning this. This is so my daughter can have a place. Look, I can rent me a place. Don't you know they got a place right here in St. Paul City for 11,000 pesos a month, fully furnished. You get Wi-Fi, you get cable and all that. That would have been good enough for me, man. When I built this house, I was 58 years old. I was 58. It wasn't like I was, 38. My daughter needs somewhere to live. Okay? It has nothing to do. Her mother owns it. Okay? I'm always going, as long as I'm alive, my daughter's going to be taken care of. So you say, well, what if the mother kicks her out? What are you going to kick out? A 6-year-old? I'm going to roll the dice when my daughter's involved. I'm not gonna roll the dice for some strange ass woman who may give me a blowjob every now and then if I want it, or opening up her legs. Remember, this is an open relationship, guys. I said this. As long as you keep that wallet open, she gonna keep the legs open. It's that simple over here. There's nothing out of the question. Why would a woman in her prime want to deal with your old ass? See, we didn't even twist it that around. They got you thinking these relationships are real. I'm the one that told you they're abnormal. There's nothing normal about these relationships. But be happy with what you got and go on with it. But don't be a damn fool. Y'all a damn fool, man. Y'all being a damn fool, and it just made me mad. Yeah, exactly. It's too late now, Sharon. It's too late. Why would you wait all that long to tell me anyway? Because he's embarrassed. He knew I was gonna blow. Like, dude, you're like my brother. You've been here with me from day one. If you're not listening, nobody's listening. If I can't help him, I can't help anybody. Now, may he rest in the pussy, man. That's all I'm gonna say, guys. May he rest in the pussy. Yeah, the chime bill, everything. Birthday parties. I'm telling you from experience, but I live here. I live here with my daughter. That makes a big difference to me. Okay. Not only did I build the house and I'm in charge of the maintenance and I gotta pay the electric bill. You guys are doing it and you don't even live here. You don't even have any kids by the woman. You're not married to her. You're a damn tourist. And you spending big bucks. Ain't no pussy that good, man. It's a damn lie. Ain't no pussy that good. Okay? You guys, man, that's premium pussy right there. Or you spending millions and millions of pesos. Y'all crazy. It ain't that good, guys. I'm sorry. It's not. Because if it was, okay, the Filipino men over here who got more money than you, a whole lot more money than you, they would have it if it was all that. We're the problem. I don't need to talk to the Filipinos. They're doing what they're supposed to do. They have no idea that you're that stupid, that you're going to flip like that. Okay, they've been told, they see it, but they don't think it'll ever happen for them. Imagine, man, listen to this, guys, and then we'll go on. Imagine you growing up over here. You live in a hand-to-mouth existence. You don't know where your next meal is coming from. Guys, listen to this. This is facts. Now all of a sudden you meet some man. You got a baby already, so you're sexually active. Sex is nothing to you. It's no big deal. And all you got to do is have sex with him, and he's going to build you a $2, $3, $4 million house, give you 30, 40, 50,000 pesos a month. And that's all you got to do? They're pinching themselves. They saying the shit is, I'm dreaming. No, you're not dreaming, ma'am. We've become that ignorant in 2026. Hey, what's up, Chang? Said, believe me, Filipinos know the game. Don't get fooled by sweet words. If she wants money for a house, make her invest too. Don't give money to someone who hasn't earned your trust. Ask her to put in. Yeah, I'm just saying, look, answer this, Chang. Would I be wrong if, with the unspoken agreement and, from what I'm getting out of the relationship, would I be wrong just to raise her standard of living? Wouldn't that be enough just for now till we see, hey, is this really real? Are we going to have children? Are we going to get married? There's no need to front load these relationships. That's another thing. He's heard me say that over and over and over. Like, dude, you front loading that relationship with that 2 to 3 million peso house. Lee. This is crazy, man. It just keeps happening. It just keeps happening. But it's not even the point, though. This isn't the point, guys. Y'all missing the point. Everybody's situation is different. But what he did, a lot of us are doing. You know, I guess at some point you're going to marry that woman. Or y'all married already, Thomas? Because if you're not married, if you don't have children, you know, I know you're going to live in the house, but like, what's the point? I don't get it. I don't get it, man. Maybe y'all need to tell me something. Okay. Hey, Adam, thanks for that super chat. He says, oh, shit, you need to do a video on those witch hoes that love bomb and voodoo magic they do in the province. That shit's gold for October. Creepy tales, man. Tell them, do a research video. It don't take that much for these guys, man. That's you know, believe it or not, man, they don't want to hear about that stuff. Okay, that's not going to help anybody anyway. I hear you. No. These guys are sick, man. These are like drug addicts. Is anybody, I'm a recovering drug addict. Is anybody known a drug addict or alcoholic who's in denial? And everybody else can see it. Like, dude, you got a problem. You miss 2 or 3 days a week. You don't have nothing to show but working your finger to the bone. Everything you touch turns to shit. You pitiful. Everybody can see it but him. And then, you know, you go out, you go on one of them runs. You spend all your money. You ain't got nothing left. You got to eat through another week till you get paid again. And you swear from Saturday through Thursday, you're never going to do it again. Thursday night, you know you're getting paid Friday. Your stomach gets to bubbling. Your head gets to spinning. Ideas come out of your mouth. I'm going to try. It's going to be different this time. I'm going to stop getting high at 12 o'clock instead of going all the way to 6 o'clock because I know I got to go to work. One more attempt, one more failure. This is what these guys are doing. This is exactly what they're doing. They're in denial. They're sick. They need help. I'm trying to give them some help. What's up, Q? Thanks for that super chat. He says there's natural ways to increase your performance, guys. Exercise, eat right, get a good night's rest, and take your vitamins. Well, at your age, Q, you don't need any of that. But as you get older, see, you stole something right out of my notes. It says right here, but you know, a lot of that, what you're saying is true. But this isn't something you're doing because you don't need to do it. You're 30 years old. You're full of testosterone. You just don't have no pussy right now. Your wife is over here. All you're doing is, you know, enhancing your masturbation experience. You know, you're taking Rouge Red and all that bullshit. But it says, this is the experts say, if you're interested in improving your erections, lasting longer in bed, or just ramping up your sex life, you'll get better results by consulting your healthcare provider. And then I added, and taking better care of yourself. Physically, mentally, you know, eating better, drinking more water, you know, than these old fake alpha pills. You know, everybody wants to be an alpha. You see y'all's alpha king, what he's doing now. Rashard, he's snitching now. Andrew Tate. See? Remember I told you, all these tough guys, when they're faced with 4 years to life, they melt. That's what he's doing. See, the walls is closing in. Now he's trying to blackmail everybody. Marco Rubio, because he did some dealings with his son. These are the guys y'all follow. Now he's getting ready to to tell on everybody, get out of jail. He ain't been locked up for 2 weeks because he knows if they send him back to the UK, they're going to give him 20 years. Then they're going to ship him back to Romania. He's going to get a life sentence. So he's trying to work out the best deal he possibly can. But these are the tough guys that y'all follow. The alphas. Guys ain't nothing but con men. That's all they are. He said, me too, Cal. No shame in my game at 59. I'm hitting the cat. May cost a little more in America. But we pay regardless at the end of the day dealing with women. Yeah, but you don't have to lose your damn mind over it, guys. This is all we're saying. He said they ain't tricking. You got it. Now, this is worse than tricking. Tricking is just paying, getting what you need and go on about your business. You know, we don't even, see, the problem is, the reason why it's never going to change is because we don't care anything about the Philippines or the Filipino people or the culture. Because if we did, and I'm saying we to include all of us, even though I get it, I've been over here long enough, we don't acclimate over here. We don't even take time to try to understand how things work over here. It doesn't take the same amount of money to take care of a woman here as it does in your country. And everything else that you're doing wrong over here, basing it on where you coming from. Why don't you try to listen to somebody who's been over here for a while, or just look at the people and be like, she'll be happy with far less than what I'm giving her. I'm just spending my own money for nothing. He could have spent 500,000 pesos, man, and would have been done with it, guys. If you see where they're coming from, the lady would have been happy as a lark with that. How do you know, Cal? Because Marilyn told me, she said, all I want is one room with a CR. That's all she wants. Okay? Because a lot of the women you dealing with out here, you guys don't even know it. You won't even go to the province to see where they come from, or the squad area to see where they come from. And then when you do, you don't tell nobody. You know where they come from, man. But all of a sudden, you want to be the Superman. There's levels to this shit. Look at my relationship, man. We moved into some apartments in Mulavi at first. Then we moved around the corner, literally around the corner in the same neighborhood, to a house. Then we moved across the street over there in a better house. Then we built. Y'all going from 0 to 100. You can't do that over here, man. You can't do that over here. There's levels to it. That's why a lot of guys, their relationship don't work when they take the woman from the province to America. Like, move the woman, if she's in the province, move her to the closest city first. Y'all act like she's acclimated. She probably never even been to that city. Or maybe once every couple of months or something. Move her there. Let her get acclimated to the city. Okay. Then move her to Cebu or Manila. While she's going through that process of the visa process. Then you bring her over there. You guys are bringing women straight from the province to America, man. You blow their mind. Okay? But yeah, but see, we're justifying it. You know, it's beyond tricking. You know, I'm saying I don't have any skins in his game. That's not my money he's spending. But I get the stories. Y'all don't get them. I get the sob stories. They're all up in my WhatsApp and Messenger and email. Y'all don't get the damn stories. That's why y'all don't care. The same people, man, that you try to help end up coming back saying, man, you was right. There's a guy, he's in California right now. He's ready to come back to the Philippines. He said, man, I want you to interview me because I want to tell those guys that you know what you're talking about. He's all in love with a woman who's been with not one but a couple of foreigners before. And I was telling him, dude, don't get wrapped up in that woman. It's the first Filipino woman he's ever had. I said, it's not going to work out. You don't want to deal with a Filipino that's been with a foreigner before for obvious reasons. And I'll be damned, the minute he moved her into his nice apartment in Solanea, it blew up on him when he had to go back to America. He said, now anything I do for the woman, she don't appreciate it. I told you she's not going to appreciate it. Because everything you're doing, somebody's already done for her. She wants you to do more. He said, I should have listened to you to begin with. I'm not an expert, but some of this shit I know. I know from experience. Yeah, but see, I think for myself, you know, I already knew what I was going to do, man. You got to realize something. I've been coming to the Philippines since 2009. I built this house in 2021. These guys are just starting to come over here. They don't know nothing about the Philippines. They don't know how it works. They don't know nothing about the people, and they don't care. All they're doing is worshiping the pussy. Well, that's what you get when you worship the pussy. Maybe you rest in the pussy. That's all I'm saying. I don't feel sorry for you. That's all. He said, Q, living apart from Shane is best for both of us right now. It isn't bad. It's highly beneficial for both of us right now. That's all I'm saying. But right now, isn't it good enough that I just raise her standard of living? Do I have to go all in all of a sudden? Because she's showing me more attention than I've been getting her lately. Okay, because she's going to suck my dick if I ask her to. You guys in love, y'all, man, y'all weak, man. That's what y'all are. I'm sorry. That's all you can say about that. Because ain't no helping y'all. Ain't no helping y'all. Then you get mad when somebody calls you out on it. It's not like I just got on here. I've been on this this month, August. In 6 years, I started making videos for YouTube. I started my channel in July. But it was this year, this month, I've been over 6 years talking the same stuff. And you guys out here right now who are doing the same shit. Building on tourist visas. Okay? Building for women you're not married with, that you don't have children with. Because you're a grown man. I can do whatever I want to do. You don't know my situation. It's different. It's this and that, man. You're a damn fool if you're doing that. Okay? I'm sorry. The only way you can beat this game is to don't play it. They got something for your ass over here. You know, before I was even a twinkle in my father's eye, motherfuckers was losing their life savings, going AWOL, jumping off the ship when they come over here. Yeah, now see, you took, man, I'm going to tell you, you took this right out of my notes. I said, if you want to improve on all parts of your life, stop drinking alcohol. Stop smoking cigarettes. This is 100%, this is gold right here. But people aren't going to do it. They're going to tell you, I can handle my alcohol. It ain't bothering me. He said, checks come on Wednesday now. 2 days early, depending on the bank. You out the loop, Yeah, but you know what I'm saying. It doesn't matter. It's the same principle. Okay? It's the same principle. You swear up and down when you broke, I ain't going to drink no more. I ain't going to smoke no more crack. Because you broke. The day before payday, you get all these bright ideas. Yeah, this time I'm going to leave half my money at home and only take half my money with me. I'm not going to cash my check at the liquor store. I'm going to cash it at the bank. I'm going to leave all my money in there until the next day and let all that rush get out get off of me. It never works. It never works, man. The minute you get that check, you off and running. Same thing over here. You guys are addicted to the pussy. The minute you see them, when you're at home, like you said, you're on that couch, you chatting. Oh, yeah, I ain't gonna do that. Yeah, you're right, Cal. I ain't doing shit for it, Cal. You know, I'm gonna make her earn it, Cal. Shit. You see her at that damn airport, you lose it. Cal who? Cal who is what they're gonna say. Hey, what's up, man? Y'all don't want no help. This is the worst demographic to try to help. I said that. He said, I know a guy that ate 2 Viagra pills and had a heart attack. Y'all better watch out for those pills that increase your heart rate. They're dangerous. Yeah, but now we're buying all this other stuff, the Blue Chew and all this stuff that's not regulated, Thomas. This is what we're talking about. This is killing men. Because even though it has sildenafil and tadalafil in it, what else does it got in it? That's what it says. Contains hidden, undeclared pharmaceutical ingredients that are unsafe. Okay? Potentially dangerous chemicals. Because they're saying unscrupulous business practices are common. Okay? In the male enhancement industry. They'll tell you anything for you to buy the damn pill. Hey, Norton Williams, what's up, man? This guy stayed in my guest house before from Chicago. Thanks for the super chat. He said, hey, big brother Cal, a little something for your spender wheel. I believe some of us brothers just spend money like that because of the scarcity mindset in dating, hoping no one else can get her if they are spending. Yeah, we've talked about this, man, putting the women in layaway, but we've gone beyond that, Norton. We're just banning them outright. Now, when the woman don't do something that he wants her to do, he gonna feel some kind of way about it. Why do you want to feel some kind of way about it? If you don't front load the relationship, if you don't invest 2 to 3 million in a relationship, if the woman wants to walk off, okay, go ahead. Now, he's fully vested in the relationship. It's gotta work. And then he says, well, all I'll be out is money. Y'all don't have that kind of money for real. Now, and I'm not pocket watching. I'm just telling you from knowing these guys. What it look like saying that? All I be out of is money. Because I'm going to tell you, it's like that guy said. Jews. Women can change out of nowhere and they will. You think you know Filipino women that's stubborn as hell. And you're going to spend 2 to 3, 4, 5 million dealing with a stubborn ass woman that'll drive your ass crazy. Okay, when you think she's going to turn right, then she turns left on your ass. But it ain't going to matter if you ain't got no money vested like that. You putting yourself in prison. You ain't going to walk away after you done spent $50,000, $60,000, $70,000, man. You guys are lying, man. Y'all lying. You're lying. Yeah, Sunshine who? That's what they say. This is all I'm saying right here. We ain't trying to learn it either, Robert. He said, American men do not understand the value of money in the Philippines, and hence the stupid mistakes. They overpay for everything. Let me leave this up here. Hey, I should pin that up there. If I was able to pin this, this is what I've been saying for 6 years. This is what I said at the beginning of the live stream. We don't even try to figure out how shit works over here. We're overpaying for every damn thing over here. You're talking about spending 2, 3, 4, 5 million on a house for a woman who lives in basically a plywood box with a metal roof on it. Well, all you got to do is spend $500,000 if you're gonna spend and be done with it, and she's gonna be happy as a lark. Just give her a CR inside where she don't have to get up and use the bathroom in a damn bucket in the middle of the night. Yeah, and then empty it in the morning because they don't want to go outside in the dark. Let me get real today. Build a place where she got the bathroom on the inside, but y'all too smart for your own damn good. Let me read this again, because I can read this in the live stream. This is the crux of the problem, guys. Y'all don't want no help. I tried to tell y'all, man, how many videos have I done on how to try to get you guys to understand the value of the peso, a peso economy. I'm going to say it again before I read this. Giving a woman over here 1,000 pesos, I'm talking about an average woman, it's the same as giving a woman in America $1,000. What are you talking about, Cal? That's not the exchange rate. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the degree of difficulty that it would take just an ordinary, his woman that he's dealing with in the province to go out and earn 1,000 pesos. It's the same degree of difficulty that it would take a woman in America to spend to earn $1,000. Same exact. So when you working with stuff like this, you're not going to overspend. Merlin sit on my camera and told you that 10,000 pesos is a lot of money to the average Filipino over here. I'm talking about to have it in her hand. It's hers. She don't have to pay for transportation, food, rent, and nothing. Just to have it in her hand. But y'all got that American thinking. Oh, that's only $166, Cal. It's nothing. American men do not understand the value of money in the Philippines, and hence the stupid mistakes. They overpay for everything. That's a mic drop. That's a mic drop right there. But when you try to tell y'all and help you, you don't want to hear it because you think you know everything. Let me see. This is Boobies from school. Eat something first. You know. There. There's the mic drop there. He helped you more with that sentence, with two sentences. They overpay for everything. You overpaying for the pussy. Okay? There's no way that a woman who's not working, who has no prospect of a job, probably hasn't worked in years. Her pussy bleeds once a month, living in the deep province, is worth a $3 million house. 3 million peso house, sorry. You're overpaying. Now, he said, Viagra doesn't make you last any longer, though. Get you up quick, though. Well, they're saying that, well, you have a 3 to 4 hour hard on, right? But my thing is, here's my thing. You know, it's different than just having a hard on. I want my libido. I want, what does it say right here? It says, I want to strengthen my sex drive. I don't want to just have a hard dick. What difference does that make? You sitting there just eating a woman? You're not getting any feeling out of it. You can't come. I want to finish. You know. But I get it for guys who are, you know, who need that stuff, who think they need it to make them men. I'm telling you now, guys, if it doesn't give me a sex drive, and Mother Nature says, look, Cal, Sunshine Shoulders, your time is over, then I'm going bowling. I'm not just going to sit there and beat the woman, man, and, you know, scrape up my dick and all that, you know, just to satisfy a woman who could care less. All she really wants me to do is pay the bills. Certainly over here. This is the reason why a lot of these young women, they're not going to tell you. Let me tell you why these young women want these older men. Because they don't think you can still fuck. They just want a man to pay all their bills and give away all their money, but they don't want to do anything in return. That's what they want, okay? That's really what they want. They're shocked. Because in their mind, they think a guy that's 55, 56 years old is old. They get the shock of their life. So they really do. I guarantee you this right now. If me and Merlin broke up, the next man Merlin would get would be way in the 70s, 80 years old. Okay? That's really what they want. Okay, I got a friend, he's 91, he'll be 92. His girlfriend's 41 or 42. She's in heaven. That's what they really want. Okay? It ain't because, oh, he's irresponsible and this and that. It's bullshit. You close to the dying, too. Okay? He said, Unc, I think you're being too harsh on the guy. Hell, he might scared to buy a Happy Meal now. Show more love and compassion. No, I'm sorry. This is the problem. He knows I love him, but I'm ashamed these men into changing. He knows better. You know, it's like he'll learn himself. If you touch a hot stove, you ain't going to touch it again. It's too late. Like I told him, it's too late. You already did it. Yeah, exactly. Name a fancy restaurant, guys. This is what we're doing. He says we're paying for a Kmart layaway with Neiman Marcus prices. Well, what's a fancy restaurant? You know, we coming into a Jolly Bee economy, guys. Y'all treating it like you're at some 5-star restaurant. What do they call it? Michelin, some 5-star Michelin restaurant. This is what we're doing wrong. Yeah, the whole point is the climax. Yeah, the libido. I don't want to just be going around beating a woman half to death and that's it. You guys have done that before. If you're an older guy, you know your comeback ain't really quick. It gets, it lags. I can do it 3 times a day, but it's got to be breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Ain't gonna be no boom, boom, boom. And you give it the wrong woman over here, she wants boom, 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 well, you're gonna be in trouble. So be careful what you wish for dealing with these young women. You make a good point here, okay? And this is facts right here. He said, I just need to stretch and get warmed up. A good friend of mine in Louisville, Kentucky, this guy is, if you see this guy, he's 2 or 3 years older than me, but he's in just excellent shape. Karate, everything, right? He gave me a secret a long time ago. He said, if you want to increase your sperm count, your load, you want to just splash the woman, he said, stretch for about 30 minutes before you have sex. It works, guys. He doesn't stretch. Do a real stretch workout for about 30 minutes before you have sex. So yeah, you're on to something right here. Yeah, this is true right here as far as safety is concerned. Because I'm going to say this right now. Because you can overdose on this stuff, guys. Okay? We got to watch the doses. That's what it says because it's unregulated. You don't know how much is in these pills. It's Rouge Ready and all the stuff. And all the other shit you ban online and in these places. They give you too much. That's why they want you to go to the doctor and get this stuff. Yeah, of course they have long, drastic, he said these pills can have drastic long-term side effects. Absolutely. Because they've got dangerous chemicals, hidden dangers, it says. Unregulated pharmaceutical ingredients. You don't know what's in there. Yeah, yeah. This is the damn Jolly Bee economy. We acting like you in a damn Michelin 5-star restaurant. He said chat. Now, see, this is something for Michael Beat Your Life now. He left the chat, but maybe somebody else can help him. He said, how much money do I need invested to retire over there realistically? Just myself and a girlfriend. What do you mean invested? Just know that how old are you, first of all? Where are you going to live? What's your lifestyle? Because you said girlfriend, that changes the whole story, see? He said, I know what he's saying. He said, you just need a residual income every month, but you need something. And I want to say this, man. I was watching a video. I actually watched it a couple of weeks ago when he had on, what is it, Brit's Life in the Philippines. He was in the room. Remember that guy, Peter? You know, the old guy with the white hair, 72 years old, or 71 or something. Remember he said he had all those girlfriends and the video got like 1 million. Well, he had a stroke. And I saw the video and he laying in bed and Brit's Philippines Life, Life in the Philippines, was doing a video asking people to help money. So I went back on there the other day to see if there was an update. Well, he died, man. And the point I'm bringing up is he had $1,600 a month, but he didn't have any savings for the hospital. I mean, he had $1,600 a month. But y'all remember that guy, don't you? He died. He had a massive stroke, man, and never woke back up. He died. They cremated him and buried him here, but I don't think the family's going to get that death certificate until they pay that hospital bill. I think it, according to Brit, it climbed to over 1 million pesos. He says, once you use that stuff for a long period of time, you know, you get dependent on it. The key is blood flow. The older you get, you must stay physically active and get rid of bad habits. Now, Angelo Habib, he's an investor. But see, one thing that people always talk about is this. You never talk about your lifestyle, I mean. You always say, well, how much money am I going to need? Well, what kind of lifestyle are you going to lead over here? You're not just going to sit in the province like Q and make videos about how to use CR and all that. You're going to go somewhere. If you're young, you're going to be doing something. Hell, the beach calls me once or twice a month, man. You're just not going to want to sit around and collect dust. And this is really a big part of your, you know, your monthly income. Because none of us have a budget. Our budget is we're going to spend until our money's gone. You know, a lot of guys, if you say, oh, my budget's $1,600 and you got $2,000 and you spend your $1,600 and you got that $400 sitting there, you're going to spend it. Yeah, I wouldn't take that stuff, guys. Certainly not outside of my doctor's care. But let me come back to you. He said you got 2,000, you should be able to live. Yeah, but when I saw that, guys, I started thinking about, you know, what if? He said if you have 2,000, you should be able to live. That's not enough without some type of insurance or some type of emergency fund. 2,000 is not enough, guys. Is it enough to just, you know, live from month to month? Yeah, but when I saw this guy, he was the picture of health before, because that's what everybody was saying. Yeah, You know, I'm 71. And if you go in the comments, people are ignorant. They're going to say, oh, he should have stayed home. And look, and the man was like, well, he lived a better life. You know, see, Britt is a lot more calmer and a lot more sane than I am. Because I'd have went in on those guys. But he said, look, man, you know, everybody deserves to be happy. He was living a better life over here for 1600 than he would in America for 1600. You know. But, you know, we got to start rethinking this stuff, guys. If something um, happens. See, we think, oh, well, if I don't think about it, it's not going to happen. This man had 1600 a month, but he had nothing put away for an emergency. Nothing. So, you know, he died, man. You better have some emergency funds, guys. It's more than just a month to month. Certainly, as you get older, you know, he probably, knowing his situation, which I don't, but I bet everything that he let his Part B go, which wouldn't have affected a stroke because he would have been in the hospital. He would have been in skilled nursing care. That's all covered by Part A. But this is what I can say about, you know, when you get a certain age, guys, you need to start thinking, do I need my Medicare? Do I need to be somewhere near my medical coverage? Are you just going to, you know, just throw it all, you know, away and say, oh, the hell with it, like he did? You know, in modern days right now, he could still be alive had he made a different decision about that. But when you over here and, you know, I just think that the people know that you don't have any ability to pay. I don't believe they're going to stress over, you know, getting you well. Even though that's an oath that they take. Plus, he wasn't in the right hospital. He wasn't in Changhua Hospital, which is the best hospital in Cebu. I believe he was, you know, in like one of them off hospitals. He wasn't getting the best care. But I think we need to seriously think about, you know, having something to the side. You know, the more that you invest in over here, like building houses and stuff like that, probably the more you need to start thinking about an emergency fund. Because the money that we're spending on these houses will make a good emergency fund. Okay? He said residual income is the best income because it keeps on coming. That being said, a properly managed, sizable investment can pay just as well without running out. Yeah, that's the basics, though, that we need. Is a residual income, a monthly income, a recurring income. That's the basics, though. See, men are getting younger and younger. It's a lot of guys over here who retired from the military. They're in their 30s and 40s. So when you talk to them about emergency funds and stuff like that, it really don't get through. They say, I'm in great shape. You know. And then when you come over here, also think about you're making a drastic diet change. I mean, even if you think you're eating at the same places, the ingredients aren't the same, guys. I promise you that. A lot of MSG is being used over here. They use it over here like it's nothing. That shit's banned in America. You can't serve food with MSG in America. The last I checked, over here they sell it by the bag full in the grocery store. It's right there. Monosodium gluconate or whatever it is. It's in that, what's the magic syrup. That's what's in magic syrup. He said it's very important that you get that gym membership and wear the soles off your shoes walking. You can't walk enough. Okay? He said 2,000 is a mortgage payment where I'm at. Now, Angelo, he was living off of his, let me go back to read what he said, because he's living off his investments. He's an investor. He says, everyone will have a different budget depending on the lifestyle, but I comfortably lived in Dubai on between 90,000 to 130,000 pesos per month with my lifestyle. Okay, so the peso is 61 right now. That's like 1,500 to a little bit over $2,000 a month. But the peso wasn't that. The peso was stronger when you were here, so you were spending a little bit more. I think the peso was like in the 50s, right, Angelo? Because right now that would be like 1,500 to a little bit over 2,000. No, you're not living like a king. You're not living like a king. You're living good. No, not on my channel. There's a channel called A Foreigner Asking Questions. And the guy's name is Peter. You've seen him on, he's been on everybody's channel. He was on, what's the one of the female vlogger with the 4 sons? She interviewed him before. Rich interviewed him before. But he made the big splash on A Foreigner Asking Questions. I think that's the first time he was interviewed. And he was talking about he had 7 girlfriends. And he's having a hard time choosing which one. Well, when he died, his girlfriend he was dealing with at the time was pregnant with his baby. She said it was his baby. He said, my emergency front is cash from the sorry store. Do not open up a sorry store, guys. Over here. Well, you know what I'm saying. Restaurants don't cook with that stuff as much anymore. Okay, ever since the FDA came out with those findings, it's frowned upon. Okay, I'm telling you, it's not good for you. That's the point, okay? Well, yeah, you're going to get that. I think it has to do with the air you're breathing on that plane. Because that happens to me. That happens to me, Jason. You see, I get severe constipation every time I go to the Philippines, or when I'm coming back. That happens to me. Some days I don't use for 3 or 4 days when I get back. So what you need to do is take a laxative, guys. Yeah, we know it's bad, man. It's bad for you. He says, way too hot to walk in the Philippines. It's impossible, so freaking hot. Get up early in the morning or in the evening. About 5 o'clock on to early in the morning to about 7. Shit. Trust me, I'm a walker here. And St. Carlos City has so many spots where it's shaded. You know, I'm going to get hit by a stretch of sun, but for the most part, man, it's mostly shade. I don't care what time. I can go out there right now. I know where the shady spots are, but yeah, you got to pick your times here, man, because it really gets hot. Yeah, but I don't know what you're talking about, guys. Everybody says this all the time. Okay, you're talking about cultural foods, which a lot of us don't eat. But I guarantee you, you come to my house, and this is no lie, man, I eat good here. And this is Filipino food I'm buying, but it's just being prepared in my house. I mean, what do you mean Filipino food? What are you talking about? Like balut? No, I don't eat balut. And all that other cultural foods that we don't try to get to, uh, you know, to like. It's a lot of stuff. I just got finished eating some shrimp paste a woman gave me. But I don't have food problems here, guys. Okay, I don't eat the street food and stuff like that, but we've got, let's see, we got 3 restaurants in, 3 that I know of, that I frequent all the time here in San Carlos City, where the food is good. Mawani, Mr. C Outdoor Restaurant, and Palau Hotel, their restaurant. But I eat at home. I don't have a problem. Now, the meals here are bland. I have to make them put green on my plate, mixed vegetables on my plate, because otherwise it's rice and meat. No, no, he said, Unc, maybe the guy who's building the house for that woman's boss. It don't matter if he was a boss. Okay? No, no. You missing the whole point. You're missing the principle. She's not a boss. Okay? There's nothing a woman can do for you that can make you spend that kind of money. The man told you, Q, we overpay for everything over here. Everything. You don't know how much a lollipop costs in the Philippines. Everything looks like a deal over here to you. He said, try to stay near a hospital because of the traffic. The ambulance ain't going to make it in time. Well, listen to this, J. Curl. We can have a room in the emergency room. Ain't going to make us no difference because we're not going to take care of ourselves. We're not going to exercise. We're not going to eat right. We're not going to drink water. We're not going to go to the doctor on a regular basis. Most guys just come over here and just, check out really. Like, okay, I'm just going to live here until I die. But the problem is most people don't die over here. You're going to end up with a high expensive ass hospital bill that I don't know how you're going to pay. I used to have, this is how crazy I was thinking, and of course the lockdown did a lot for it messed up my thinking, man. I'm just now snapping out, really, getting back to my normal self. I used to only have $2,500 for my emergency fund. I had it on a card. I just said, okay, it's my credit card. I'm just going to keep this here in case anything happens. Guys, that's crazy. I got $1 million now. I've saved up $1 million. But of course, am I going to be able to maintain that $1 million? I hope. $1 million pesos. It's only like 16. I got a little bit. I got 1.2. I got 1,212,000 pesos. That's what I got in the bank. That's what I consider my, emergency fund. That's about $20,000. But remember, that would break me. That would bankrupt me over here. Okay, I wouldn't have nothing left. Okay, and then depending on how sick I was. It's just not a lot of money, guys. Michael Onstad, he sells a good policy. I want to think it's either 3 million now or 5 million. But we won't do it, men. We won't do it, guys. We won't do it. You got men who claim that, okay, I'm going to let my Part B go in America, and I'm going to use that $200 for my emergency fund or to buy a policy over here, and they don't do it. Okay? They spend it on the pussy. They give it to the woman. We give everything to the woman over here. She's the pussy god over here. And my arms are too short to box with the pussy guy. There ain't nothing I can say to help you. Hey, Confident Voice, thanks for that super chat. He said, you don't eat balut? He said, tell him about that video I sent you. There are some places in the PI that are very top notch when it comes to food. I'm in California now for a short week of work training. But see, I'm glad you reminded me of this. Yeah. But I've said this all the time, Q. He sent me, I mean, not Q, Confident Voice Speaks. He sent me a video, right? This is 5-star. These Filipinos, I guess they're Filipino, they're living a 5-star lifestyle. But remember, I told you a long time ago, the more money you got over here, the more lifestyle you got, the more infrastructure you got over here. Man, these people is eating steaks. You guys just don't have enough money. So the people you see complaining about the Philippines all the time, they broke for real. They ain't got the money to enjoy the best that the Philippines has to offer. You're middle class over there, you're middle class over here. Your mind is middle class. You're not even going to reach out for the top-notch stuff. But there's a lifestyle over here, man, that you never even experience. You don't even see. You don't even know it exists. But I've been telling you that it exists over here. You guys think BGC is the top. It's not, guys. BGC is not the best that the Philippines has to offer. Far from it. We don't have the money to access that stuff. Man, that's why when people talk about the Philippines, I just laugh. I look at them like, dude, you broke. You ain't got no money to enjoy the Philippines, what the best the Philippines has to offer. You don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, that old white dude in Cebu. Yeah, he died. He died. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, Angelo stayed at the guest house. But, you know, he wears the white gloves, too. He's like W Secret to Success. He eventually transferred to the hotel. He said, Cal, you're a cool dude to hang out with. If I was living in San Carlos, we'd be eating at the hotel or somewhere every week. Yeah, I know. I stayed with Angelo, but I think, where did we stay with y'all? 3 nights at that meet and greet? You know, he had a nice place. 3 bedrooms, 3 baths, in a gated community. He says, I eat very little Filipino food, and it's really not, what? A Smith's for me to eat? Wait, I don't get it. He said, American style because I cook my own food. You know, if you open up your mind and say yes more often, remember I'm saying you want to revive your retirement. Now, I mean, you know what you can eat, what you can't eat, what you're allergic to and all that, but I'm saying, if you say yes more often, okay, like adobo, man, who doesn't like adobo? I guarantee you, you come over and eat Marilyn's mother's chicken adobo, okay, you'll change your mind. The macaroni salad that Marilyn cooks. A lot of the Filipino dishes, see, if you with a woman who doesn't know how to cook, then you shit out of luck. But to say that the food over here, when people say that, I'm like, man, it's not my experience, man. If you eat out all the time with Grab and all that, you're going to have a bad experience eventually. Okay? That's period. That's going to happen. But if you're cooking your own meals and you eating out at, you know, at the real good American brands, like, you know, Texas Roadhouse is pretty damn good. Chili's is good here. You know, I don't really like TGI Fridays anymore. If I had my druthers, I'd go to Chili's over TGI Friday. But there's some places, you know, and then as you get around, like I say it all the time, Morning Glory Grill, guys. Go to the Morning Glory Grill if you're in Cebu, if you're in Lapu-Lapu. There's great places here. You just don't know where they are. You're eating at the same place. Remember, we're in a routine. You're in a routine at home. You get into a routine when you come over here. Say yes more often. Start doing something different. Eat at a place you've never eaten before. Try foods you've never tried before. And I guarantee you, man, you're going to expand your horizons over here. He said, I say if a person has a $3,500 budget, he won't have to worry if it's enough in the Philippines. But less than that would depend on lifestyle, just a thought. Well, yeah, you would almost be considered rich. $3,808 per month, US dollars, by the way, is considered rich in the Philippines. That's the Philippine Statistic Authority. That's not me. You would be considered rich. $3,808. You're clearing that. That's not your pension, and then after you pay your credit card and your loan over in America. No, if you're clearing $3,800, if you're netting that after all your bills and everything, you're rich. He said, I'm a living witness. If you're in a relationship, you pay for everything, and I mean everything. Yeah, sometimes it seems unfair, but that's the life that we choose. And I say this all the time. You're right. If she wants a lollipop, you got to buy that. But this is what you have to understand that you're signing up for when you come over here. But it doesn't mean awesome life that we have to go overboard. Once you get over and you let the dust settle, everything's not going to look like a deal. You're going to know the difference. Okay, you're not going to overpay as much. You know, I want quality stuff. You know, I bought those Hokas for 9,500 pesos. Yeah, it's only like $150, but I don't play with my shoes. Okay, but how often do I do that? Once a year? Most of this stuff, man, is okay. Like, okay, yesterday I bought some ink pens. So I know what the good ink pens cost over here now. 18 pesos. See, I don't have to buy that fancy pen that I bought at the National Bookstore with Sunshine Shoulders engraved on it because it was only $50. I thought, oh, that's a deal. And now it's run out of ink, so it stayed up there right now. I keep forgetting to take it with me to National Bookstore to put more ink in it. That's the type of shit I used to do. I don't do it anymore. The 18 peso gel pen is good enough for me. I don't overpay for a whole lot of stuff anymore. Okay, let's see what he said. Let me go back and see what he said. Because I'm going to push back. He says, I'm boring. I do not need resorts. All I need is the basics and walking. How many kilometers a day? 1,200 a month is good for you at 55. Do you live here? Is that what you're saying? You're living out there right now? What about your emergency fund? Yeah, but remember, that's your lifestyle, so you can do 1,200. I couldn't do 1,200 anymore. I mean, you got to realize your living expenses are one thing, and your overall budget is another. Everybody's living expenses over here, you can easily have living expenses of about 1,000 or less over here. That's rent, utilities, immigration, and food. But what about all the other stuff, man? You're going to do the other stuff. You're not going to have a woman with 1,200 over here. She's going to eat up half of that. And then she probably got kids. You think you're going to be with that woman and you ain't going to do nothing for the kids? Crazy, guys. Y'all crazy over here. You better know what you're signing up for. You're going to be real disappointed when you get over here. You know, guys are crazy. You think that you're going to be, this isn't America. You can come over here and be with a woman and she got 2 kids and you ain't going to neglect the kids. You're not going to do anything for the kids. Right. Y'all crazy, man. You better get a woman that ain't got no kids. I got grown kids. But that doesn't mean that you have to go crazy, though. And see, the thing about it is this, okay, we're talking about the guy who built the house, and he's going to be mad at me. He's probably feeling some kind of way about it. But he did it. I didn't do it. His anonymity is good with me. I would never, really put him out there. But he knew. That's why he didn't tell me. It took so long for him to tell me. He was embarrassed. He knew already he was fucking up. Okay? So if he was looking for me to co-sign that, you should have told me. I'm not going to co-sign that, guy. This is true right here. She said, the one thing the pandemic taught me is live and enjoy life smartly. Tomorrow is not guaranteed, but not having safety net for rainy days or spending too much than you can afford is just plain stupid. It is. You got to have a plan. But a lot of us are flying off the seat of our pants, Icy. A lot of you guys, man, you're just listening and following the wrong people over here, man. I'm sorry, but you are. And so you see them doing it and you think, well, I'm going to do it. You following the followers, man. Some of these guys on these, YouTube channels, and I'm not knocking. I'm just telling you the life that they're living, guys. If you try to follow that lifestyle, it's going to blow up on you, man. You got to have your own lifestyle. You got to blaze your own path over here. Yeah, get the basics from people. But when you get over here, you're going to see it's totally different, man. It's totally different than what we're making it out to be, because I'm giving you my life experience. But yeah, don't tell me the stuff if you fucking up over here, because I'm not going to co-sign it. He's going to justify it himself. Now that he knows how I feel about it, he's going to justify it. He's going to make himself believe that he's doing the right thing. You're not, man. I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for you that you didn't listen and heed the basic information on here. And you fell victim to the pussy god. Yeah, it's the truth. My arms are too short to box with the pussy god. I'm no match against these women over here, guys. I'm just telling you that I'm not. The information I'm giving out is nothing compared to what they're giving out. But if you're smart enough, you'll try to hold on to some of this stuff, the basic stuff. Raising her standard of living is good enough for right now. Okay? You don't have to overpay for everything. But we're going to do it. Yeah. You can. A lot of the over-the-counter medication here, it's going to be a lot stronger because it's not regulated as tough as it is in America. I found that out a long time ago, man. A lot of the pain medicine and stuff over here. But he said, he said, he said the pussy guy. That's what it is over here. You can't say anything else than that. Yeah. He knows. Yeah, it's true. You get good supplements over here. Yeah, Angelo's a good guy, man. But that's what it is. It's the pussy guy, man. But we've already proven that. He proved it. It's going to be somebody else that's going to prove it. It's worse cases than his. But I don't know these guys as good as I know him. I know guys that used to follow my channel. They don't follow it no more because I stepped on their toes. There's guys over here who are dealing with women who have 6 and 7 children. And they build these big extravagant houses for them. And they don't live here. He's not the first one to do it. He's not going to be the last to do it. But he's the first one that I consider a brother, that I consider a real friend, who stayed in my guest house before. Okay? He's no way the first one to do it. I just told you, the guy that's doing the same damn thing. Except this woman's got 7 children. He built a big extravagant house right here in St. Carlos City. And he lives in America. And they're not married. Those children are his. Okay? Guys, he's not the first one to do it. I'm just saying he's the first one that I know personally like that. Even though the guy here in St. Carlos City, he's come to my house before. But we're not that close like that. I mean, I just haven't. We hardly talk anymore. He used to be on the live stream all the time. Maybe he's busy because he got a busy life and everything. But yeah, 6. I think it's 7 children. It's their business. They can do whatever they want. They know us better than we know them. But that doesn't mean for us to go crazy. No one enjoys good pussy more than me. But I'm not going to go crazy like that, man. I still got a little common sense left. I got a little left. I didn't throw it all out the window on the way over here. Now, 7 is 7, not 6. Yeah. I was thinking about going out to Booby's birthday, but it's the rainy season, man. I don't want food with all that rain and stuff because, see, I already got a 90-day visa. It's going to run out. That's right. Exactly. There's no match. Certainly over here, man, because they're going to give you that survivor pussy. There ain't nothing worse than that. Ain't nothing I'm talking about, boy. It's all about survival. That's that survivor pussy. They're going to do anything and everything. And that's what happens to guys. They come over here and they get that. And next thing you know, they praying to the pussy guy. They will open up a church over here. Yeah, it's true. It is. I'm no match for it. When it keeps happening over and over and over, you know something's powerful over here. But this multi-billion-dollar machine's been roaring down the track long before I even thought about coming to the Philippines. This is what all I'm really trying to do is give you a blueprint. I'm trying to, give you some idea of what you're facing when you come over here, of what you're stepping into. It's too many of y'all watching these videos. They're not really telling you, they're just giving you, it's like the sugar side of it. They're not really giving the women over here enough credit. And I'm just knowing, the chronic loneliness and desperation that we're faced with that would make you get on a plane for 20 hours, spend all that money flying over here. And then you step off that plane. I'm telling you that he got that script waiting for you. But y'all think, oh, I'm not that bad, Cal. You don't know until you get over here. Q said it's different when you're sitting on that couch than when, okay, she's staring you in the face. He said, I've got 2 Toyota SUVs. I'm considering selling one. I traded in for a BYD T17DM. Man, he said, what do you think of the Chinese-made hybrids? I don't think about it, man, because I don't drive over here. I really don't. It doesn't even, a car doesn't really cross my mind. Okay? And it's not going to cross my mind for some time now. When I see how Maryland drives that little golf cart, I'm saying, yeah, I'm not in a hurry to buy no car. I'm going to send her to the driving school. A friend of mine said he sent his girlfriend was for 6 weeks. And, he would suggest all of y'all do it before you unless she already knows how to drive. Because she scares me half to death in that little golf cart out there. If you think I'm gonna get sit next to her in the front seat of a van or a car, shit. Nope. Yeah, yeah. They praying to the pussy god over here. I mean, they're investing all their money into it. You're not realizing this woman can change at any time. And then remember, it stops working once a month. It's out of service once a month. And it's doing that once a month when they get stubborn and ignorant, and they'll make you regret every damn peso you spending. But y'all don't want to listen. He said, I just turned 60. Hey, congratulations. But yeah, we've got these women. They don't even believe they're as beautiful and as sexy as we tell them they are. He said, Cal upgraded from his old convertible. Yeah. The last convertible I had was a Sebring. And I bought it from a rich guy. Man, it was so nice, man. And I put a lot of money into it. But it didn't need a new top. It had the boot on the back. It didn't even need new paint. Nothing. Everything. All it needed was some engine work. And it needed like some suspension work. You know, like struts, I think. I spent like, I bought it for $2,100. It was a 1995. But this thing it was his wife's. And he bought his wife a new car. And man, when I saw that car, man, I couldn't believe it. I said, "That's all you want is $2,100 for it." Yeah, and he even paid the transfer fees and everything. Cause that's all I had at the time was $2,100. I put all that money into it, man. And it was tip top. And so my daughter was like, every year she get her taxes, she go out and get a car at the lot and end up getting repossessed. I said, why don't you just buy you a car straight out? So what I did was, I said, okay, just give me $2,500 for my car. Man, my daughter had that car for 30 days, man, and blew the engine out. I bought the car back from her, just so she could just go on somewhere and get another car, man. I was so, because, my Filipino wife, she loved that car. She didn't want me to give it to my daughter. But I'm just trying to help her. Like y'all keep going out here putting all this money down on these cars, keep them for 2 or 3 months, and they get repossessed. Because you got to buy the insurance and all that. Now I want some bigger tires though. Oh man, it's see the problem over here. They just drive straight ahead. Even on the motorcycles, they don't use their rearview mirror. If they turn right, they never look back. They just come out and turn right. They don't even see what's coming. And so, I'm sitting in the back. I can see everything she does. She doesn't use her rearview mirrors. That's dangerous, man. That's why that's why I failed my first driving test. I failed my first driver test because the guy said, you're not going to last. This is back in 1980. When I took my driver's test, state troopers gave you they were in the car with you. And now it's these old sugar-footed, people. I had state troopers. And he said, man, you ain't going to last on this road. I'm like, why? He said, because you don't use your rear view mirrors enough. He said, I'm going to have to fail you. Just remember that when you come back, every few seconds, you got to be looking, man, at all times what's coming. Somebody can be on your blind side, and this is how Maryland is. She does not use them. And it scares me, man. That's why I don't ride on a motorcycle with them. I haven't rode on a motorcycle with Maryland in years. Yeah, they don't look around them. That man scares me, man. It really does. Yeah, that Sebring convertible. Yeah, they're now classic and are rising in value. I'm a car collector. Mopars are my favorite. Sebring is in the Mopar family of cars from Chrysler. Yeah, this car, man, was so nice. I mean, this woman kept it. I mean, you should see their house. I always, look, guys, I'm going to tell you something. It's a hack. Whenever you buy something, certainly when you rent over here, you got to vet the owner. If you got an owner and they're not rich, don't rent from them. They're not going to take care of the property. They always going to be trying to get the rent early. Okay. I never bought a used car from someone that wasn't wealthy because they take care of their stuff. Because after that, I bought a van, a MPV van for $2,800. Man, this thing, man, ran. I sold it when we moved to the Philippines in 2018. And then that guy had it was like I can't remember what year that was. Was it 2001 or something? Whatever it was, 2003 or something like that. Man, this thing was spick and span clean. It was so nice because the guy was rich. He even paid all the people that I dealt with. When they got money, they'll pay your transfer fee. Because you go there and be like, well, I don't have the transfer fee. That's okay. They just want to get rid of the car. I've never bought a car from somebody that wasn't wealthy. If I bought just a regular car, cash, I don't follow this stuff anymore, man. I don't even follow this stuff anymore. He said, college football season around the corner, Cal. Too bad I removed you from the madness, yeah. I don't watch this stuff. It just ain't in me anymore. I'm just not interested in sports. Man, I was a sports fanatic. I grew up playing sports. I love sports. I love to play now, but I can't watch them anymore. It just ain't in me anymore. He said, check out the GAC Triumph G GS8 Chinese built SUV. I saw one last night in Dallas. A dude from Monterey drove his up from Mexico to visit family. Unbelievable hybrid vehicle equipped like a spaceship. See, they won't let them come into America, with this administration we got. What you got? What do we have a choice of over there now? Only what Elon Musk is selling all those spaceship looking shit he's got. They almost had us food too. All the this is how crazy you are when you start following people instead of making up your own decisions. Them damn what's the name of those trucks them ugly ass big silver things almost have become a status symbol. What they call them? Elon Musk's cars. What do you call those? Yeah, they do because he said, Cal, thank you so much for the game. He said, that makes sense. The wealthy ironically takes care of their possessions the best on average. Yeah. So why not their cars if they get in for sale? Yeah. Certainly over here, man, look, the last house I was renting, the lady's rich. She's one of the richest families in St. Carl City. She owns property all over. If I said, hey man, I got a leak, man, somebody's over there. They got a crew of maintenance men. When I first moved in there, I was like, okay, I need, they had bars on the window. I said, well, I need to I'm gonna put a air conditioner in her shit. She had the man come over there. He cut the damn bar, put my air con in. See, that's what you own. Okay, the house before we moved in there, right across over here, where John eventually moved in. Shit, this lady didn't fix nothing. If something went wrong, I had to fix it. She did not take it off the rent. Every month she's coming to get it early and early and early to the point where I'm like, lady, I just paid you rent last week. That's how bad it got. So finally, the septic tank was leaking. Booby was like 1 or 2 months, man. Yeah, that Tesla. And I said, I'm done. I'm out of here. And we left. Yeah, I mean, because they had us. This is what happens. Guys, you know good and well there's better selections, man. Look what Don Ridgway's talking about. You come over here, you're going to see a lot of different hybrid cars and stuff, electric vehicles. A whole lot better than that, but they're not available in America. So they got, everybody thinking, then you got these guys that have rims and stuff on. I'm like, dude, I don't care how much it costs. I don't care who made it. That thing's ugly, and I'm not going to spend all that money for that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're going to see all this stuff over here, man. It's not available in America. Because of all these old tariffs and, we don't value that EV, those electrical vehicles over there like we should be. We like all that old oil and all that. Yeah, well, over here I just don't. Once I moved over here. Now I watch them highlights, guys. Don't get me wrong. But I'm not going to sit down and watch a game. I'm not going to get emotionally involved in these games and stuff anymore. I just don't do it. It's not interesting to me. He said, yeah, the best electric car in the Philippines and Asia is at BYD. Well, go to Vietnam where they got some nice ones over there. They manufacture their own cars and everything over there. See, these countries are bypassing America. They're passing us up, man. Our infrastructure, man, it's horrible, man. Because we're spending all the money on the wars. But yeah, guys, I got to get off here. Thank y'all so much for your super chats, super stickers, all your thumbs up, all your support for Sunshine Shoulders, man. I really appreciate it. And hey, guy out there, man, I'm not picking on you. I'm trying to shame you. It's too late now. You done fucked up. I use your story to help other people. Just like I use other stories trying to help you. There ain't no pussy in the world worth that, guys. Stop that. The pussy god over here. And this is what we're worshiping over here. There's no amount of money too large. There's no sacrifice too great over here for the pussy, man. So R.I.P. guys. May you suckers rest in the pussy because you're finished. All your ambition is gone. You're not good to anybody, not even yourself. Everything you do is for the pussy, man. So I don't have any sympathy for you. Keep it up. It's not going to get you anywhere. And the first time that woman makes you mad, you're going to regret spending all that money. We've lost another one to the pussy.